Hello Gemini, kia ora koutou katoa, and welcome everybody to my YouTube channel. So I just want to say thank you first of all to everybody who has subscribed to my channel and or followed me and or liked my Facebook page. So I just want to also say thank you to those of you who are going to subscribe to my channel. I'm being a little bit pushy there, but putting it out there, and I feel there may be something like that for you. And I think this came up last week too, is putting, doing something for you, saying yes to life, saying no to other things that don't serve you any purpose for your highest good. So anyway, welcome to my YouTube channel and or my Facebook page. So I kind of feel like that wanted in our energy, or because I'm a Gemini too, most of you will know that or remember that, and the energy is kind of where are they going with that when I tuned as I'm tuning in with our energy with the sign of Gemini actually is there's some shifting. Okay, so some of yous may have been, with a shift that's been coming from the last week, probably heightened for a lot of you, and a lot of you may have felt really like blah and really struggled to move through the week. Probably I would say dragged yourself through the week, but you got through it. And I feel like Spirit are just showing us all that actually, we can do it. And it's just keeping on. So whatever is going on for you in your life, with work, personally, obviously, this is very personal for each and every one of us in some way, in our own individual way. So I feel like they're saying that Gemini, the energy of Gemini is saying that is to remember that you are who you are. And you have a unique way of, you are unique to you. So I feel like they're saying to do it your way, because your way is going to be the way that's going to work for you. Okay. And it's like, and this is not in an egotistical way or a fat-head way or anything like that, or, blowing it out of proportion. But sometimes, at times, it can take a little bit longer to process things because we haven't always got the clues. Whereas somebody else is, maybe shifting through something, quite something maybe similar, but whatever it is, but they have a different, there's something different actually going on there with them to, for things to just click into place or the epiphany comes. So I guess what they're trying to say is not to judge yourself by how other or judge yourself by how others are shifting or moving and, transforming, whatever the word is that you like to call it, transitioning, learning, growing. Then it's just focus on how you're growing, okay, basically. So, or in comparison, don't compare yourself, okay. I think that's the word I was actually really looking for, but the fact that they brought in judge, there may be a sense of judgment in there coming in for you as well. So this week, I just want to also say that these reads are suitable for whether you're watching for Gemini in your sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign. So there'll be, maybe the story will unfold in either one of those ways for you. I'm going to be using the Sacred Earth Oracle deck today as your leading card today, or the theme for this week. But actually this is for this month, okay, for this next month, sorry, for the, August 2020. So today is Monday the 27th of July, so it'll be for this week, but rolling on into, and throughout the month of August. So this is your monthly read for the month of August 2020, Gemini. And also I'm going to be using the tarot cards, my trusty ones, so I'm going to have to get me another deck. But also the angels have come out, and Archangel Michael, Raphael, and then the group. So we'll see what they have to say for you, because I've just heard them and felt them, their presence this morning, and to bring out their cards today. Okay. Oh, okay. So Now, let me see. So if you're wanting to book a reading to have a little bit more specific or information, you know, specific to you, please, you know, contact me in my details are in the description box below. If you don't know what your other signs are, there's a website with there's a link below to a website in the description box below. So, yeah, I think that's what I really want to say. I think, so there may be some things, because I'm just like, you may be feeling like you haven't said everything or that you want to say, but I feel like there's a sense of calmness that's come over me. Now, you may be sensing that because I talk through my nose anyway, but this might be a little bit worse today. So, because, you know, with everything that's going on with my work, and, you know, some things have come up for me as well, of course, and I'm still processing things in my life, and throughout that have been in the past, and that things that have come up. So you may be seeing some more of that, but in a different way. And it may be that now, like, some things for you may be coming out, like physically in the body. So for me, it's the sore throat, a scratchy throat, and my nose is playing up. But my sinuses aren't, which is normally what happens, is I have a sinus headache and things like that. When I say normally, I probably haven't had one for quite some time now, quite a few years, because I've been working on things in my life that caused that, because sinuses are about irritation, anger, frustration about something or some things that's in my life or in your life. So it's not that, so something is shifting, and it's not the same stuff as what it was before. So you may be seeing a similar a thing for you, where your symptoms of something that's coming, that's been, that, you know, the universe is helping you to push out, is something different. So there could be something for you, because that you may be, like for me, it's to do with the throat communication at the moment, and, you know, and the nostrils. So it's like ear, nose, throat sort of stuff. So you hear with your ears, you listen, you smell with your nose, and all that sort of thing. So it's, and you speak, you know, through your voice box in your throat. It's like the communication place. So part of us. So it's connecting, going a little bit deeper and connecting the dots about, and what is going on. What is it that, you know, your senses are not quite heightened at that. So something's shifting anyway. And for me, it happens to be that. So you could have something similar going on, but it might be somewhere, or maybe somewhere else in your body. So anyway, the first card out today is consistency. So I feel like, there is some sort of consistency, but it's in reverse. Okay, so there may be some inconsistency, or you may be resisting something that's been, you know, that requires some consistency on your part. So whether, you know, for whatever that is, and it could be like meditation, for instance, is the first thing that pops into my mind. Meditation, or grounding, is taking, you know, note of what you are doing. You know, are you grounding yourself? It could be the way that you are communicating. And it could have something to do with your diet. It could have something to do, all sorts of things. It could be exercise, but whatever it is, it's for your well-being. It could be like clearing your energy for you personally, on your person, your body, or in your living area, or your workspace, or something like that. But I feel like there's something to do with consistency, and there may be a resistance through that. So this month, so try not to resist it. Like, take a look at that, and then follow through with whatever it is that, and there's a sense of commitment there to oneself as well. And I know that for me, there is like meditation, and I've not been as consistent as I usually am. So there's something for me that, you know, that I'm picking up from that for me, and I know that. So I feel like for you that you know that too. So it's coming back down to that commitment of yourself, and it's part of our own self healing, and our self wellness, and, you know, self care side of things as well. So there could be. Hang on a moment. I've got about 3-4 different energies here. So there may be. For some of you, it may be like the self-care is in a regular massage, or something like that, in that sense. So, and when you do that, you should see some as you know, for yourself, when you are more consistent with stuff like that and that way, and self-care, and and broadened, as we've just talked about, similar things like that, we're feeling more in tune with ourselves. We're feeling more in alignment with everything in life. So, but on saying that too, there have been some things that have come up which has kind of knocked us a little bit outside of that alignment. So they're saying not to, make sure that you don't beat yourself up too much about it, okay? It's just like creating that awareness. That's all they're saying. And sometimes we go that way and we just got to bring ourselves back onto track. And so that's really what that is about there. So, and then the next card that came out, I was only going to draw one, but two. The second one is core. So it's going to the core of things. So things, maybe coming up for you this month, or you may be experiencing that right now, or feeling like something like you need to go into the core of whatever's going on. And in this card here, it's the solar plexus space there, which is the core where we hold a lot of our emotions. We hold them in other parts of our body, but this is our powerhouse. It's going back to the core of who we are, the core of who you are, and expanding on that. So your energy may have been a little bit lower lately, but a little bit, not depleted, but just a little bit low lately or recently. And you may find it not go so much lower, but it's just like plateau a little bit, in the sense that things are starting to come right in your mind. You're figuring things out for you, and are feeling a lot more calmer and at peace, because you can feel, I can feel my energy changing. If you could probably sense my energy changing too, or shifting as I'm going. And this, if for instance you may have, I was feeling good as gold, a little bit tired the other day, just using me as an example, on Friday, and I was feeling okay, a little bit tired, and it's like, and then I woke up with Saturday morning with a bit of a scratchy throat, and that was about it. Still had my greens and things like that in the morning, got going, but yeah, yesterday morning I woke up with an even scratchier throat, and it's like I didn't have a very good sleep last night. So it's kind of, there's something shifting within me, and I know it. So it's like, moving with it, but being mindful about what's going. And sometimes it's nothing really that we have bought about ourselves as well, because I'm just hearing some of you maybe going, oh God, I shouldn't have done that, should have done, blah blah blah. But and it's like, it's just part of, some of us, for me, that's how it shows up in me, when I'm processing something, and they make me aware of it. And for many of us, it will do that. So interestingly enough, I'm going to the tarot cards now, and there's the Page of Cups comes up first. New emotional beginnings, for us this month, Gemini. So, with a lot of processing, that makes sense with this consistency, bringing back in some tools and, self-care tools, and, all those sorts of things, especially that for some reason, that maybe have been put by the way for a little bit, for maybe it might only be for a couple of weeks or a couple of months, but it's kind of like, sometimes, like I say, we can put it aside for a little bit. But there is, new emotional beginnings with the Page of Cups. So that's really cool, because that means there's some sort of shifting that you're processing, or we're processing things. So and there's like in there, could you see the reflection? Isn't that cool? Oh man, you might not think so, but it means that there's, it's about looking at oneself in the mirror, basically. Well, in the reflection of oneself. So there's something about that maybe you're starting to see a different side of you now, or maybe you're starting to really understand and come to grips with who you are, what it is you look like, what it is you feel like, and what it is you do, you do like, and accepting that, in a sense, for some of you. So with your, you might find that your intuition, you may have a different, or a more heightened, stronger sense, connection with your intuition, and something that some of you may not have really embraced much lately, or if, you know, or very rarely, you know, very often, or not acknowledged it as much as what you could do, and maybe allowing it to come through. So that could be part of your processing with that inconsistency side of things, is not looking at, not listening to your intuition as often as you probably could do. We're talking about also creativity, and helping to shift that as well, bringing in some of that in you, maybe, and, you know, with your relationships, and there's maybe a different connection with relationships and emotionally with yourself and others. On saying that, there could be someone that's a Pisces, or a Pisces, Scorpio, or a Cancer sign in your life that you could be actually, it could be about, you know, for you, or connected with that. Okay, then the other two cards that I've just shuffled that came out is joy, optimism, and clarity of vision with the sun. So there's obviously there's something, a major turning point for you, Gemini, that's either coming up this month of August. So as you're working through this month of August, so basically, you know, it's like I've got these three cards. It's in no means doesn't mean that it's going to happen in this order through the weeks in the month of August, but there's definitely some moving there that you'll probably, with the way the cards have come out, start to see more, feel more, you know, be more in that sense of joy, optimism, and clarity of vision for the future. Something happens, okay? And then we have number 4, the Four of Pentacles, holding on too tightly there. So some of you may be going into this funny little phase of holding on too tightly to money, and you may see that some of you may you know, genuinely be that, but need to be mindful about how, you know, the purse strings. But there's something about, like, you know, when we do hold on too tightly with our frame of mind, what we're thinking, what we're feeling, we block the energy of manifestation, and we block the energy of what it is that we do want. And even though we're feeling like, well, we do want this, we do want that, and holding on too tight, but it comes from a lack perspective rather than a you know, like that want in the sense of desire, or you know, we, you know, purposely being able to achieve it, you know, that sort of sense. You know, in a that you will get there. So it's like, yeah, switching that mindset there for that to allow, and I feel like with those two coming out together, you know, that joy and that ultimate optimism sort of is helping to push that some of you out. So some of you's maybe coming out of that place and allowing yourself to, you know, open up the purse strings a bit. And I'm just thinking of looking at the outside today with the sun shining and that, and it's like, whoa, it's really nice to see the sun out a bit in a nice dry day, even though it was a little bit cooler this morning. So, and then we have the Queen of Pentacles. So the Queen of Pentacles theme is love of luxury, but she's worked for it, she's earned it, and she's like, I feel like she's paved her way through that. But she's also there to, like, I feel like even though she's a queen, whether you're a male or a female, there's a sense of feeling with her coming up now that, you know, of achievement there and moving through the cycles, but that's through consistency. And that is also going through to the core of working through to the core of what it is that you want, with, you know, what it is that you want, coming from a love-based, joy-based, optimistic-based, you know, energy behind that want. Okay. Now there was a really nice way that somebody explained it, or explained it to me, like in spirit, and I thought, gosh, and I've lost the word, I can't remember the word now, and I wrote it down, but I don't know where I've written it. It's not handy, put it that way. So I feel like maybe that's something that's for you as well to take note of as Spirit is sending you messages, or, you know, through themselves and Spirit, your guides or your angels, but it could be through other people in your life, or you may watch or see something on telly, on the radio there, that might be quite inspiring. Now, also, now the next two cards, the last two cards that come out from the tarot for today are, you know, the King of Pentacles, financial security and stability, and also the Queen of Wands with generosity and strength. So then you've already got the Queen of Pentacles there too. So there seems to be some sort of movement in a good way, you know, with finances for you. So things might have been a little bit challenging for you, you know, with your relationship with money. But you have, you know, or we have the Queen of Pentacles and then the King of Pentacles following, but also the Queen of Wands. So you may find yourself in a situation where your things start to manifest in a different way or come together for you in a different way, fall more into alignment, but it comes back down to that consistency and getting down to this core stuff. But they're talking about core values, about principles and that sort of thing as well, which goes back to you know, that love-based foundation is like, you know, ethics and values and that sort of way. There was something else I was going to say, but I've lost it. So because ethics come in, but principle, really, it's the principle of it. But it's also, yeah. So this Queen of Wands here, I'm just seeing that's like, is showing me, because I'm being drawn to the staff, but also the sunflower on the other side. It's like, you know, following the sun around. The sun, it's like, you know, as the sunflower, they're just talking about, you know, when the sun goes down, it sleeps. But then, you know, as the day, in the morning, in the morning when you wake, or when it wakes, the sun comes up, it wakes, lifts its head and follows the sun around to sleep again. So there may be something, you know, there's a process, that's what they're saying. It's a cycle going around. So I feel like there's some sort of cycle that's come around to you that's been long awaited. So you may have like a Queen of Pentacles or a King of Pentacles, with, depending on whether you're male or female, come into your life, or you may have that Queen of Pentacles or King of Pentacles in your life, which is, you know, an earth sign in your life, a Taurus, Virgo, or a Capricorn in your life that will, you know, that you're working with, it can maybe either help you with that, is helping you with achieve that, or it may be that you need to bring that side of you out to go get into that side of things. So yeah, to use their energy, because they're workers for their money. They work hard, but also not so much just hard, but smart, clever as well. So, which takes me back to this consistency side of things, what we talked about there. And then the Queen of Wands is there, is with the generosity and the strength, with energy to put into it, but also be mindful about that, because that's what they're drawing me to the sun, is like getting enough sleep, and that's, you know, that self-care as well. Because there's some really amazing things I feel, and movements and shifts, you know, not just through the personal growth and the emotional growth, but also, and in doing so, everything else starts to flow, you know, like the financial security side of things will start to flow. Anyway, who have we got here? Archangel Michael would like to say something. I've been drawn to shuffle these cards. Oops, there was this card here. Blank. Oh my gosh, a blank slate. So there's something about maybe a clean slate, a blank slate for some of you. That may be coming up for you, that may be helpful for you to know. So really it's up to you, what you make of it. Okay, oh shivers, there's a lot coming up there. And where we're going, oh, he wants to draw one more. We'll do one more. There was about 6 that was going to come out there before, but no. I haven't got all day to do readings, and I've got other things I want to do as well. So anyway, okay, Archangel Michael, where is it? There's one more card. Shuffling. So I feel like this has been a long time coming, and it's like 10 there. So in a long time coming, so there may be a lot of, you know, and a lot of things have come up, and you've been shuffling through them. So okay, I'm going to take the ones that are on the ground. So declutter, clean out. The body, mind, spirit are helping you to detoxify. So they're talking about decluttering, okay? So declutter, clean out the body, the mind, spirit. are helping you to detoxify. So move that. It will help you to detoxify your energy. I feel that's what it was. I probably wrote that out really quickly. So, but basically, it's declutter and clean out the body, the mind, spirit, and are helping you to detoxify. So somebody like keeping up that consistency. There's maybe something where some of you may be detoxifying, but you haven't quite got there, and you may have given up or stopped or thought about giving up, and or broken the cycle. But it's just get back on the wagon again, get back on track again. That's all you have to do. There's sometimes it takes about 12 times, 6 times, 4 times, 20 times, but get back on the cycle. And then this one here is give it time. So there may be something that you may be working with, some of you, is that it's just giving it time. Okay, cool. So, and I just want to finish off with one more card over here. I've been drawing over here. This is Archangel Raphael. Oh, okay. Yeah, Raphael. Well, he's got a lot to say too. Okay, see a doctor, some of you, it may be. Be honest with yourself. There we go. New love coming into your space. There you go. Now, that could also be new love as in a new love in the relationship that you're already in. So something might have gone a bit stale there, and it may be that you may be wanting or needing to communicate, which is where some of this communication stuff is coming through, is communicate with the one that you love. And even though, you may not feel like you love them at the moment, but there was, it's like rekindling something. So it takes two to tango. So it may be you that needs to, if you're here listening to this and there is something like that, it may be you that needs to instigate that and to rejuvenate something, or reconnect or something like that. Engagement for some of you is coming up as well. So it could be an engagement in the sense of the new love, but I'm hearing it as engagement as, and making engagements, going out and doing things and engaging with people, and maybe some of you are doing a talk or something like that, or a presentation and something like that. So it's there's an engagement in that, an appointment or an engagement in something like that for some of you. But I'm kind of like leaning towards that some of you may actually be getting engaged as well. So there's a few things going on there. And even though it's interesting because it's that see a doctor comes in, so maybe that some of you might need to see a doctor with what is going on, and not be so stubborn. But you'll know who you are, okay? And because I feel like that some of you, it may be like whoever that was for, that gets that message. It may be quite obvious, okay, for you or to you. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you have a wonderful August. Sounds like you are, because you're going to sort some shit out, and good shit, good stuff out, I should say. You're going to sort some stuff out, and it's almost like I feel like they want to say, get your act together, but it's not just about that. It's about, that too, but it's also, because I'm just hearing like, just remember to be kind to yourself, because there is going to be a bit of movement, a shift with you, but it'll be awesome. Okay, where are they going with that? Yeah, but you're going to have an awesome month, and whatever awesome is, it's awesome anyway, because if it's not, sometimes there will be, you may have some more emotional stuff come up, but that's okay, because it's shifting stuff. It's bringing it out for you to attend to. Okay, so anyway, we've still got the weeklies to help shift you through things, and we'll probably bring back the crystals next week, so by the feel of it. And anyway, and I'll leave it there with you, Gemini, for this week in the month of August 2020. Okay, bye for now. Lots of love, peace, harmony, and joy, excitement and adventure from my guides and the energy of Gemini. Bye for now.